Pack a bowl, my friend, and don't forget to pass that blend. Pack it up, my friend, and then we'll ride up and we'll smoke in the ashes in the end. Pack a bowl, my friend. Pass me that blend, would you? Welcome back in, y'all. It is good to see you. Been a whole week. Well, yeah, it is good to see you. One thing we are going to do today is tally up the names of those of y'all that put your names in the hat for the newest rap that I just put out. We'll look at that. We'll tally up the names, and we'll get that thing given away. Past that, y'all, I'll just be shooting from the hip. But today I am, well, not the whole day. Most of the day, y'all, I was smoking my Molina. That's my nosiest of warmers here. But she started wetting out on me. So it's hard to keep the blend lit and all that. So I went ahead, and since I was already using a nose warmer today, I went ahead and decided to go with my Cobb. Not really a nose warmer, but it's got a shorter stem that I made for it, and I like it. And in the end pipe is, of course, Shanae's cake. That's my go-to blend that I depend upon and enjoy very much, as a lot of you know. But yeah, we're gonna go over to and look at the comments from my last video, and like I said, tally up the names, and we'll go into that generator. What do they call it again? Let me find out here. That winner generator, what was it? What's random number? It's a number generator. Okay, and that's how we find out who the winner is, from that right there. All right, but let's get on over to. Well, first off, where are my manners? I hope y'all had a good week, and I hope everybody is doing well, or as well as can be, and enjoying your day here on Sunday. Getting closer to the end of this year and the holidays, so it's a little crazy around this time. I know I took off yesterday and went into town, and the traffic was nuts. Was nuts already. But there's nothing I could do about it. I had to run to Home Depot and get some things for a project that I was working on. I was making my wife a so it's a large cover that goes over your stove top. So you have more room to set things. When you're done cooking, you can set this cover over the stove top, and then set items, because we have a glass top cooktop electric, and she's always afraid she's going to break it or something. So I made this cover. She had seen it on Pinterest. She said, "Can you make me one of these?" I said, "Yeah." So I got some teak wood, and teak wood wears really well, and it is possible that she could use it as a cutting board also, a large cutting board. Maybe she got a large brisket on there, or a big turkey. That'd be great. But I may have to do some work to it to make sure that it's, up to par for being a cutting board. She's not one for using wood cutting boards, because she said they harbor germs, and no matter how much you scrub them or do whatever, says they harbor germs. So she's got these like plastic cutting boards. Either way, that's what I was doing. Went into town. It was crazy. We know we're getting close to the end of the year. The holiday season's here. And I definitely probably will not go out the rest of the week, except for to work and back. But trying to go to any shopping mall or any big shopping center, yeah, that's going to be insane right now. Well, I mean, who knows? Normally is insane, but since our current president has made things a little rough on us, and I'm putting it very nicely, y'all, because this is YouTube. They like you to be nice. Um, yeah, it may not be a lot of people out shopping. I don't know. I didn't take that into consideration, but we'll find out. Well, maybe we won't. Like I said, I'm not going to go anywhere near those places just in case. We seen Black Friday was not really all that much of a sale. Not many people out at all, thus telling us, the strength of our current economy. In the past, you see people fighting over all kinds of stuff. It was actually kind of entertaining to watch videos of it. You don't see that much anymore. By the way, that's what I was doing yesterday. Well, we're going to run over here to YouTube's. Look at my last video, and we're going to tally up the names of those who put their names in the hat. So as you can tell, this is the video in which I told you to put your name in the hat. And so we got Yusef. Now, Yusef didn't put his name in the hat. I'm surprised. But either way, left us a great comment. Thank you, sir. Our first one on the list here would be Mr. Robo Stevo. He says to definitely put his name in. Mr. Schleppy says he would like to be entered, so I got him down as number 2. Mr. Michael Morrison said he'd like a chance to win, so there you go. He's in there at number 3. Challenger Dart just gave us a nice comment. Thank you, sir. Tunnel Take, of course, coming in, giving us a good comment. Mr. Mark Cox, he liked seeing my take on a trifold wrap, which is what I told y'all, my inspiration for doing it, because he had asked me to do that. Mr. Frank Danonay comes in and says he's in, and he would be number 4. Mr. Dennis Albers comes in, says put his name in for it. There you go. He's number 5. Mr. Glenn Moon, we've seen a lot of great work from Mr. Glenn Moon, makes those nice racks, and he's doing his own stem work now and everything. He says to throw his name in for the wrap. There you go. So Mr. Glenn Moon is number 6. Okay, Paul, the Searchlight Partner says, great work. Thank you, sir. The Trickster from France comes in and says to please put his name in. So there you go. We got him in as number 7. Mr. Stephen Roberts comes in, my friend there from, starts with a C. Our friends to the north. Good God, why is that name escaping me? Canada. Canada. Yeah, he says put his name in there. So Mr. Stephen Roberts is number 8. Mr. D. Hicks. D. Hicks says to put his name in. There you go. And finally, JD's Pipe Dreams says put their names in also. It says put our name in. I'm wondering he's including his wife or he's got a friend there with him. Who knows, y'all? But that would be a total of 10 of y'all that put your names in for the wrap. Now let's go back just real quickly and refamiliarize ourselves with that wrap that I just made without going through the whole thing. Here it is. It's a trifold wrap. There it is with the flap flapped over the pipes. And then finally, see it all closed up. buckled up, all full of stuff. And in the end here, I take everything out. That's why it's laying a little flatter. But that is the wrap that we are giving away today. And we'll get that number generator hooked up here real quick, y'all. Let me just give me a moment and we'll get that number generator set up. And we'll spin it just like we have done in the past. So let's bring up random number generator is what it's called. And so we have 10 that need to go on it. Let's go ahead and add. It comes defaulted at 6. I don't know why, but it does. So let's go ahead and put in 4 more. So number 7, number 8, number 9, and number 10. Like I said, there was 10 of y'all that put your names in. There you go. 1 through 10 is on the board. Let's go ahead and add segments. Make sure they are there. Number 1, all the way around as the wheel spins to number 10. Keeping in mind that I said number 1 is Robo Stevo, and number 10 would be JD's Pipe Dreams. If you remember your number, y'all, you can go ahead and root for yourself as this thing is spinning. Well, give me a moment. I'm gonna light this pipe. One thing about having to talk so much is you don't really get to smoke your pipe. You know, I've watched some channels where the guy just sits there quiet, you know, for the longest time, just smoking his pipe. And you kind of wait. Is he going to say something? Or, do I just sit back and smoke with him? I suppose both are a good answer. Well, there you go. Little awkward silence. All right, y'all. Let's spin. Okay, click the spin. So I'm just going to click on here and we'll find out who wins this wrap. Now, hopefully, I can get this thing out maybe tomorrow. And you know, I'm sorry, but the mail's probably going to be crazy right now because it is the Christmas season. It would be nice if it makes it to you before Christmas, or yeah, before Christmas, because the mail doesn't run on Christmas Day. If not, well, you know, I tried, right? Um, I mean, if it's going overseas, it definitely probably is not going to make it there by Christmas. Let's go ahead and click this and find out who wins. Whoa, what's going on there? I didn't touch nothing, y'all. You know what? In fact, since that was tripping out like that, I'm going to go ahead and click again. I think it's only fair. It looks like I did something, and I didn't. I promise you. Let's go ahead and click it again. I'm going to click it and then show you my hands. It's still skipping. Well, that's okay. Oh. And we got the music that time. Shit. All right, number 7. Well, there it is. And this one definitely is not going to make it there by Christmas. This one here is going to my friend there in France, the Trickster. That would be number 7. We'll get out, and I'm sorry, Mr. Roberts. I know you're number 8, but it just looked weird, like I did something to make it happen. I had to make it look like I didn't do nothing, because I didn't. But please don't be upset with me, sir. But we got what was a good spin, and that would be number 7, the Trickster. Let's go ahead, and I'll go back out here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So that would be number 7, the trickster. So there you go, sir. Now I've had good experiences with sending things overseas, and I've had bad experiences with sending things overseas. So I definitely hope that this is a good experience. Um, I'd like to make sure it makes it to you. As you know, my good friend there in South Africa never received his gift, and that was unfortunate and terrible. I'm gonna try and make that up to him someday. And then the crazy thing is, I sent things to Israel, and it made it through just fine, just fine. Um, I mean, of course, they weren't having problems at that time, but there you go. Um, I've sent stuff to Germany, I've sent stuff to England, and um, never had a problem. For some reason, I had a bad experience there with South Africa. Um, and I know it can't happen that way all the time because I've seen Yusef receive things. Um, so I don't know what happened. Either way, I'm forever going to be upset until I'm able to redeem myself on that one. But either way, Mr. Trickster, please give me an email with the address that you would like it to be sent to, and I will send it to that address. Make sure it's complete, um, has everything that it needs to make it to your destination. And we'll definitely get that. I guess I don't need to hurry up and get it out because it's not going. It definitely is not going to make it overseas by Christmas. But I'll definitely get it out this week and get it in the mail, and hopefully you see it before the beginning of the year. Maybe a little bit after. Who knows? It all depends. Sometimes when I'm sending stuff overseas, it makes it there in a week. It's amazing. And then sometimes it takes a couple weeks to get to its destination. I sent stuff to my boys in Germany, and it's gotten there, fairly quick, and then all of a sudden it takes weeks. And then they get it. So I don't know. Uh, Whatever happens, um, I've been told little things that they wait until they got a full plane load before they leave. I can understand that. So even though you were the first one on the plane to get your mail sent out, it may sit there until they've got a full load, and then they send it out. So it all depends on your luck of the draw when you put things in. But hopefully it reaches you there pretty quickly. Um, but either way, y'all, thank you for playing with me, and don't forget, there's going to be always more chances to win. Um, I enjoy making stuff. I'll be making stuff in the future. Like I said, I think this next go round, I want to get on some stems, like I told you before. So look forward to stems, cob stems. I can't make stems for your normal briars because I honestly would have to have that pipe in front of me. It's either that or I would have to have a very good reading from a micrometer, all of the um, specs on that pipe's mortise and tenon area for me to be able to make it a stem, and that's really rough. So, but I can make stems for cobs because cobs are all the same, basically. Um, your country gentlemen's, your normal cobs. They're all basically pretty much. I've only ran into one. The wooden cobs are a little bit different. Um, I noticed when it comes to stem size, but all your regular Missouri Meerschaum cobs, you know, um, that would be the ones I would make it for. They're all basically the same size, so I can make stems for those, and I can send those out. And nobody yet that I have made stems for has said they had a problem with them. Um, and then plus I make it a wedge style stem. That way, there's room, give and take for error, since it's a wedge style stem. Yeah. Y'all was I watch a decent amount, not a lot, but a decent amount of the presenters out there. I'm busy. I mean, like yesterday, I was busy out on my homestead here doing a bunch of stuff yesterday. I mean, good Lord, I woke up, I was so sore this morning. Um, but I try to watch as much as I can to support the community, and the majority of them, um, it seems like a pipe and a story is completely acceptable. Sometimes I think guys go a little too far with the subject in which they choose to speak about. But I think that I will probably, and I mentioned this some time back, um, and I'm going to try it today. And y'all let me know if it fits this channel or if it doesn't. Um, but a good story sometimes, especially if the person can tell it right, and a good pipe to make it all interesting, they can fit together. I've listened to some presenters that had some good stories, and it was enjoyable to sit there and listen to the story, whether it was a life's event or a thing that happened or something they wanted to talk about that's going on in today's world. And it's enjoyable to light a pipe and listen to the presenter right there. And basically, you can't really talk back to him. I mean, you can, he's not going to hear you. um, but I'm going to try that. Now, not hearing you, I want, I didn't, I thought I'd go live today, y'all. I have never done this live thing. I watched Simon out of England. I love his pipes, y'all. The pipes he makes are just phenomenal. Just top shelf pipes. And so a lot of times he goes live for whatever reason. Just wants to talk, wants to let you watch him build a pipe. He talk about tobaccos. Just a wonderful channel. If you haven't seen London Calling, I believe is the name of his channel. Simon is his name. Go look for him, y'all. Just, you know, if anything, just look at his pipes. And he does sell his pipes. So if you see something that you like, it is possible he could have it for sale. But he goes live, and I thought, maybe I should do that on Sundays. And then you're able to communicate through the chat area with people. Well, I thought I'd try that today just to screw around. But I found out you have to um, uh, apply. You have to apply to um, go live. And it takes 24 hours for them to approve you. I suppose they look at your content and make sure it's not all crazy. I don't know what the parameters are of doing it, but I went ahead and applied. So it'll take 24 hours. So I'll be good for next time. So what do y'all think of that? Me going live, um, and being able to maybe chat. Would that be something that's interesting? I know I would enjoy, kind of a live situation. Um, like I said, it's almost as if you're sitting with a couple buddies, smoking a bowl and shooting the shit. So that's always good, y'all. I don't care who you are. But back to the I was gonna tell I've got the majority of my life, y'all, was spent in the military. I did 21 years, 3 months, 19 days. Yeah, I know it right down to the last T, right there. Um, but so, and that was in '07 when I retired. So it's been a while. That's true. But the majority of my life's work was done in the military. So a lot of my stories, a lot of my experience, and a lot of life's events that happened to me happened while I was serving in the United States military. And So I got a lot of stories from that, and I believe some are worth repeating. Things that happened to me personally, things that happened around me, to others, of course, while I was in the presence of the moment. Um, and I've got one today. It's on a lighter note. I was reminded of this story last week, and I thought, maybe that would be something that I could start off with. I think it's uh, quite funny and has a good message. Of course, the name of this story, y'all, is Don't Make Promises Your Body Can't Keep. So I was stationed in Korea, and every unit, not all, but most units, the larger units on base, had their own little gathering place where they could gather after they had gotten done with a hard day's work and have a beer. Um, some places were nicer than others, depending upon your unit and how much money they had to spend on that gathering place. For my unit, I was just a mechanic, y'all, so heavy equipment mechanic. We didn't have a lot of money. So we had like one of those contractor trailers. It's a small, take a single wide trailer and cut it in half. That'd be basically what it is. And there was a couple tables in there. They had built a bar and had about, I'd say, 6 or 10 bar stools in front of the bar. And a refrigerator behind the bar and some other things. They didn't have much of any when it come to hard liquor, but a lot of beer. Beer, of course, was on tap. Well, not on tap, in cans and bottles. But I would go in there a couple times a week, and you throw a couple dollars in the jar and have a couple beers. When I say a couple dollars, y'all, I mean that sounds cheap, doesn't it? But this was back in last time I was in Korea was 1990, 91. Yeah. Um, so um, beer wasn't as expensive as it is today. Um, so you throw a couple dollars in the jar. Tell the bartender, whoever was behind the bar at that time, was just a person from our unit who volunteered to do it. Tell him, yeah, I'd like a Coors Light. Whatever you want. I drink Coors Light myself, or regular Coors, whatever, Yellow Jacket. And he'd open it up, give it to you, and you sit there and just shoot the shit with whoever's in the area, sitting next to you. Maybe talk about hard day's work, whatever you did, what's going on back home, which is always a good subject when you're overseas. And anyway, so we're sitting there, and I'd say there was probably 5 or 10 guys in the place, and one old boy walks in, and he was a real loudmouth show off style of personality, I'll say. And he walks in and exclaims, proclaims to everyone in the bar that he has got the largest third member. Now I'm going to keep this clean, y'all. He's got the largest of manhood down south. And all the ladies love it. All the ladies love what I've got down here. And we're like, okay, right, yeah. We're tired. We don't need to hear about that. This is a sausage fest inside this place right now. We don't care. But he sat there and continued to talk about his manhood. Finally, the guy next to me, now I can't remember his name. I'm bad with names, y'all. But he turns around and he looks at this kid. And this kid must have been about 25 years old. And he tells him, all right, I am sick and tired of hearing about how long your stuff is. And how, he would say stuff like, I've got the fine 9, and it stretches out to 12. Whatever. And this old boy says, I'm tired of hearing it. I am so tired. That's all you want to talk about. He pulls out his wallet, pulls out a $20 bill, and he lays it on top of the bar, long ways. Not width ways, but the length of the bill. He lays it out, and he says, if your manhood is as long as this $20 bill, I'll let you have it. And so I said, well, I'd got to get in there. So I pulled out a 20 and I laid it on top of his 20. And a couple other guys around there were like, yeah, let me in on this. And they all pull it out and they pull it out. And there must have been a decent stack of cash sitting there. And I mean, deer in the headlights look, y'all. This young kid kind of looks around and we're all waiting. And we looked at him and said, we're waiting. Come on, pull it out, stretch it across this stack of cash, and it's yours if it's that big. And so uh, this kid kind of looks around, deer in the headlight looks, and then says, y'all just want to see my shit, don't you? Yeah, yeah, y'all, you just want to see it. That's what y'all are gay. Uh-huh. Yeah. You just want to see it. And we're like, yeah, just put it out there and shut up. No, 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 no. Only the ladies can see what I got. None of y'all can see what I got. So the guy that started the whole thing turns around and he says, okay, then shut up. Shut the F up. Just shut up. Get a beer and shut up. And everybody was like, yeah. So the guy kind of put his head down and walked over and got a beer. He knew, his bluff was called. The funny part is this: there was a younger, red-headed kid. You know the type, got the red kind of curly hair. Well, it wasn't curly because we're in the military, it was cut down, but real thick red hair, freckles, white, just pale white. We've all seen the type, probably Irish blood, maybe, um, Scottish blood, who knows? But he was probably about 21 years old. This kid, before everybody could gather up the bills that they had put on the bar table, he runs over and goes, wait a minute. Mine's that long. Mine's that long. He undoes his military uniform, pulls it out, and he lays it across the bills, and he's stretching. He's pulling it out, trying to reach the end. Trying to reach the end of the bills. And he's, I thought he was going to pull it out by the root. That's how hard that's how hard he was pulling. I thought he was going to pull it out by the root. And I'm like, whoa, good Lord, any minute now I'm going to hear that. And it's just going to pop off. And he's like, oh, yeah, see? And we're like, no. And no, y'all, it didn't reach the end of the bills. But good Lord, if he didn't do that, the whole place was embarrassed for him and laughing at the same time. So we told him, go sit down, put that thing away. Good Lord, Junior. We all gathered up our cash that we had all laid out there, put it back in our wallets, only to look down at the young guy who started it all with his head down in his beer. There you go, y'all. Don't make any promises that your body can't keep. That's one of my stories, y'all. I've got more, and maybe every once in a while, when I'm short on content, I'll tell a story. I think it's okay. I think it's all right. I hope you enjoyed that, y'all. It was even better to be there in person and see it all happening, but I think you can imagine how it all went that day when I was in Korea. I liked Korea, y'all. The people are nice. Lots of neat things to see. Um, I'd say, yeah, I probably out of all out of all the Asian countries I've been to, I'd say I like Korea the best. I've been to Japan, been to Philippines, I've been to Guam, um, Thailand. Yeah, that's the ones I've been to. But I liked Korea the best. I did a lot of traveling while I was there and got to see a lot of things and do a lot of things. People were good people, and I got tons of stories just from Korea alone, y'all. But either way, we're doing okay on time. We're 36 minutes. We're all right. We're all right. I'm gonna light this pipe back up. See if I can grab a few puffs out of this thing before I talk again. So I tried to get next week off from work, so I, grab a week and then run into the, Christmas would have been a great holiday for me. But they have a rule at my work that if any of your counterparts have asked for those days off, that you can't take them because they can't afford to have too many of us gone at one time. Um, and I am top tier in my shop. I'm a mechanic. If you didn't know, for those of you that didn't know, I'm a diesel mechanic. I work on big, heavy diesel equipment, diesel trucks, mainly on the road diesel trucks, sleepers, day cabs. But and so if there's any of your counterparts that have asked for those days off, well, they can't afford to let everybody go at once. We've got to be able to take care of our customers. And there was already a guy, one of my counterparts, in the top tier, that had asked for those days off. So I didn't get them, but I did get the next week. I was able to get some days off after Christmas. So that'll be nice. Um, so yeah, gonna have to work uh, up until Christmas, but hey, it's how many times we done that? Yeah, how many times while I was in the military, y'all, I actually worked on Christmas Day. Um, yeah, whether you like it or not, you have to. Uh, you do what Uncle Sam says. I'm drinking Mama's strawberry lemonade, y'all. I know I've showed you this before, but look at these cups, y'all. Remember these cups? My wife is in a phase right now where she likes a lot of the older stuff. These are those old, like, cafeteria cups. Um, some restaurants even had these back in the day. They're plastic, and I love these cups, y'all. She got a pack of 10 of them. I think she got them from the Amazonians. And anyways, they remind me of like being back in the 70s. And she's been doing that a lot lately. So she's got an antique uh, baking cabinet that she has put a lot of antique Corel ware is what she calls it. Um, and she's collecting antique kitchen stuff. And I said, okay, that's fine. Have fun with that. The newest dishes we got, new to us, would be the ones. Um, God, I grew up with them. I can't even explain them, y'all. They're white, and they've got this puke yellow little design all the way around the edge, and kind of reminds me of being back when I was a kid. Same dishes. So kind of neat. I told her I'm all for it. But if she starts to make the house look that way, where I draw the line is shag carpet. I won't do the shag carpet again. How many of y'all grew up with shag carpet? We had this green and yellow shag carpet, real tall shag. I hated it. You can see everywhere you've walked because it all mats down, no matter how much you try and take care of it. But that was the thing back in the '70s, and I think part of the '80s for those that didn't upgrade by that time. Then we had gotten into the lower pile carpets, and nowadays, most of my house is all tile, except for in the bedrooms, um, and I like it that way. Uh, Out of the way, but yeah, she's into all the collecting all the old stuff, and that's fine because we're old, y'all. Kind of makes us feel like we're young again if we got that stuff that we had when we were young. So a little fun there. But the glasses, y'all, like these glasses a lot. I don't have to worry about if I'm in the garage and I drop it. It's plastic or that hard plastic. I don't think these break. Yeah. Either way, um, go ahead, Mr. Trickster. Don't forget to email me, sir. My email will be down below the heading of the video. Any of y'all that would like to email me, that's fine too. I'm I read my email probably once a day, so I'll get to it as soon as possible. But don't forget about the upcoming stuff we're gonna do, and to let me know if you think that the story was worth hearing, and if you'd like to hear more. If not, then I won't do it. That's fine. Trying to incorporate some more things into the video. If not, I'd probably have really short videos. Now, I know some of you would like that, but a lot of us would like to have a longer video. Sit, relax with a pipe. I know the demographics of my channel. It's really neat, y'all. You can go into, if you have a YouTube channel, you can go into what's called analytics of your channel, and they'll tell you the demographics, the ages of the people that watch your channel. What's the average ages? Now, I know the demographics of my channel is between 40 and 60 years old. So we're all basically older. There's some younger and there's some older than that. So we're all basically older. And so me telling old stories and relaxing with a pipe may very well be acceptable. And I definitely hope so. Because I got a lot of them, y'all. Don't we all, though? Don't we all? If you've been in the military, if you've had a full life outside, whatever it is you're doing, probably got a lot of stories. And grandchildren and friends probably enjoy hearing them. Either way, y'all, I do too. It's been good talking with you, y'all. Thanks for putting up with me. And I appreciate you each and every time. So next Sunday is Christmas, y'all. I don't think it'd be right for me to interrupt your Christmas. I might jump on real quick just to say Merry Christmas. Other than that, y'all, definitely see me in 2 weeks, that's for sure. If not, maybe a little sooner. Who knows? But until then, y'all, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you. Pack a bowl, my friend. And don't forget to pass that blend. Pack it up, my friend. And then we'll light up and we'll smoke in the ashes in the end. Pack a bowl, my friend. Pass me that blend, would you?